I'm Sallie.
And I'm Allyn.
And we're Sal and Al,
the Wool Slayers.
This is episode 24. Yay.
I know.
That's my favorite number. I love
It
it. I do. I like the number 24.
I don't have a favorite.
Well, it was my basketball number.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah.
You're not wearing anything knitted.
I'm not.
It's hot.
Well, it is cool. Like, I have the windows open right now,
like
but
it's
it's
been
going to
hot.
be 85.
It's been hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my winter light.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly just because, I don't know, I'm weird about my arms. And it was made with a gradient or an ombre or whatever. It's really pretty.
Mm-hmm. It is.
And so I just wanted something, I don't know. Y'all don't need to see my armpits. Is basically why I'm wearing this.
I don't worry, you can see my armpits.
Yeah, well, you haven't lost 80 pounds and have melting fat coming off your...
No, but I did inherit the everything big through here
Oh. Who's to blame? Who's to blame?
My grandmother.
I was about to say, it's not your mom. There's nothing
Well,
big.
it's her mom.
There's nothing big about your mom.
I know.
Anyway.
Yeah. So moving on to
knitting.
knitting.
Oh, and that reminds me, I forgot to bring my little charm, but that's okay. I'll talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I went to Ecuador.
You did. You were gone forever. I forgot what you looked like.
For 2 whole weeks.
I was like, where's my friend?
I know, it was weird. I was so unplugged. We went to the Galapagos Islands. My mom took the boys and me, to Ecuador and the Galapagos. And it was a trip she's had on her bucket list to do with a friend of hers that's from there. And he said, let's go, this is the year. And so she said, I'm in.
Very cool.
And let's bring Allyn and the boys. So it was an amazing experience. I do have some fibery goodness from there. And, but I was completely out of touch for 2 weeks.
Yeah, you were.
There was Wi-Fi at the hotels, but not very good.
Yeah.
And no cell service, because I was like, I don't need an international package. I'm with people.
Right.
And so I didn't Marco Polo.
I know. No Marco Polos from Allyn. I was like,
I know.
I sent you a couple just, even though I knew you couldn't,
Right.
just so you would have them when you got back. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know what you look like anymore. You've been gone so long.
I know.
Yeah.
So,
I knew you were having a blast though, so.
yeah, it was incredible. And we took a ton of photos, of course.
Right.
But I took pictures of my knitting and all the places that we would knit. So at the end of this, I'll put a photo montage of my mother and I knitters in the wild.
I saw her picture of you guys knitting at the airport.
Right.
Which, yes.
Yep, and we were both knitting the same project.
Aw.
Yeah, because she wanted, and I'll talk about it later when we get to whip cracking.
Whip cracking.
But yeah, we did the same project.
Aw, how fun.
Yeah, it was.
Well, I missed you.
Thank you. I missed being here.
Yeah. And
Oh, I forgot to fix that. Hold on, y'all. Technical difficulties.
screensavers.
The screensavers get in the way every time. Let's see. Okay, and we're back. So, what's first?
Fails. Do you have any fails?
I do. Back to normal? Oh, we're back to normal. Okay.
Hi.
I don't know what that was. Okay.
That was weird. Okay.
So now we're back.
For realsies this time,
Mhm.
hopefully.
Make sure it's recording. It's recording. Okay.
Okay. Fails.
Yes, I have a
You
fail.
have a fail. Okay.
I have a fail. So this was technically a Christmas cast on, but it's one that I bought the pattern for, or not bought the pattern because it's free pattern, but I bought the yarn for after last year's DFW Fiber Fest because I couldn't find anything I wanted at Fiber Fest, so I went ahead and ordered the yarn they used in the pattern. So I've had the yarn for a little over a year. And I took it with me on the trip because I was concerned about knitting needles on the plane because there are some countries that care about that and for ridiculous reasons. So I called the airline and they said they don't allow knitting needles on their planes. And I said, what am I going to do?
Right.
And so I knew that I knew TSA doesn't care here. So I knew we would get to Ecuador with knitting needles. And then we were taking a couple of flights within Ecuador. And it was those flights that it turned out we couldn't take needles on. We might have been able to if I didn't ask. I don't know that their security really cared.
Gotcha.
They mostly cared, about fruits and vegetables and seeds and grass and all that. But we didn't want to risk it.
Right.
So I took a crochet project, and that's what this is. Because I figured, hey, how can they say that a crochet needle is dangerous, right? I mean, kind of blunt on the end, and I mean, if you can have a pen or a pencil.
Right? That's what I don't understand about knitting needles. It's like, I feel like if you're not going to allow knitting needles, you shouldn't allow pens, pencils. They allow little, 4-inch scissors. Do you know how much damage you could do with a...
Yeah.
You met my kid? My kid could destroy this house with 4-inch scissors. Right. But they allow them on planes. Whatever.
Yeah. So there's no reason for it. And it just, but I had just gotten my Addie set, and
I wouldn't want to risk it either. I mean, that doesn't, just because we think their rule is stupid doesn't mean they can't enforce it.
Exactly. So,
and we know someone who got her entire Haya interchangeable set taken away, so.
And I had a set it was a while ago, 8 years ago, we went to Jamaica. And coming home, the Jamaican authorities said I couldn't take, and I had my whole Knit Picks interchangeable set with me. Oh, and thankfully the TSA agent was so nice, and I gave him a FedEx account number, and he actually sent them back to me, which was incredible.
Pretty surprising.
So it's this cowl, and I don't have the name of it. It's Tie Star Cowl, I think. I'll put it down here. This is what it looks like. And it's just this tie star stitch over and over and over. It's super pretty. And it's done, and so that picture is really it folded in half, because it's supposed to be big and chunky, kind of like doubled up, kind of like a Gap-tastic.
Gotcha.
And so I had tried casting it on before and practicing the star stitch, and I just didn't quite get it. And so I had some worsted yarn because I was working on my dad's sock. So I decided, okay, I'm going to put that sock on waste yarn, and I'm going to pull from the other end of the ball, because the waste yarn, so I could get it on the plane. Right. I'm going to pull from the other end of the ball, and because this is sport, and it's alpaca, and that was Cascade 220, which is a workhorse. You can do anything with Cascade 220.
Cascade 220 is amazing.
Right. So I practiced with the Cascade 220. I did a swatch.
I'm so proud.
I know. I did a swatch. And I'm like, oh, that's why you swatch. So you can figure out the stitch before you
Because this wouldn't frog as well.
Right.
This.
And it's thin, and it's soft, and it's not as tightly plied, and
it's so soft.
It's so soft. And I have...
This looks like a necklace.
7 balls of it.
Okay, so what's the fail?
So the fail is that I just don't crochet very well, I think. I mean, so
you don't like
granted, I haven't gotten super far. I did the foundation puffs of the tie crochet. But they just, see these extra links in there, and it's not, it just...
Yeah, the picture doesn't look like that.
No, not at all.
We may need to get our crochet guru, Aaron.
Yes, or I'm just over it.
Just make something else. Make a knitted cowl out of that.
Exactly, because the yarn is great.
It's wonderful. I love the color.
It's Garn Studios, Drops. So Garn Studios is Drops. Yeah, I think so. Drops alpaca mix, which it's all alpaca, and I think it's natural color alpaca.
I think so. I love the way it looks.
And it's kind of a heathery oatmeal color, grayish oatmeal. And
but with that halo, I love that. It just looks so cozy.
Yeah. But I'm just not so good at it, so I think I'm just gonna.
If it's not,
I'm gonna be done. Okay. I'm gonna be done.
Well, that yarn will make something awesome.
It will. It'll go back in my stash, and I have 1,200 yards of it.
You could double it up and knit.
Oh, that's true.
Knit. Okay.
Really? Yeah.
Oh, that would be nice.
So that's my fail.
I'm sorry.
I know, me too. But
it's a very
okay.
beautiful fail.
Thank you.
You could just leave that. It's like a necklace.
I know, right? It's super long.
Okay, I don't have any fails.
Yay!
For one.
Yay, yay, yay.
Okay, but so we're on to sleighs.
Yes.
Okay, so I have a sleigh that we're gonna have to put in a picture.
Okay.
I made 2 little baby hats for my friend who was having twins. So picture here. I did that magic coffee bean hat. And I did the little I-cord loop at the top.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, it's so cute. Because I've made that hat before and I didn't do the I-cord loop because I was like, I don't think she would like it. And I don't think she liked it anyway. I think she's, I don't know. I think I did not use the right colors for her.
Oh.
Yeah, she's not a fan. But that's okay. Whatever.
But this one you used the right colors.
This one I did, yeah.
Okay.
She was very, she loved it. And I did the little I-cord loops and they're so cute. So,
they are.
So I made those because I was going to visit her in the hospital and I was like, like I was visiting her well before she was in the hospital, well before her due date. And so I was like, oh crap, like I didn't get these babies anything. So I whipped them out the day before I knew I was going to see her.
You did whip them out.
I did. Well, they were worsted.
And newborn size.
One was a preemie size and one was a newborn size.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, they were quick.
And what yarn did you use?
Oh, it was just scraps. It was just, there was one was a Knit Picks and then was like this just super cheap gray that I've had forever. Like I don't even remember I just know that it's worsted. I couldn't tell you anything. Maybe like Universal or something.
Oh,
yeah,
right,
it's one of those that comes in like a log.
Uh-huh.
And I've had like since I learned how to knit, and I still have some.
You still can't use it up
because I used 50 yards of it. Yeah, so
I have some skeins like that.
Yeah, it's a good gray, and it's I know that it's acrylic, and so it's washable, and like it's great.
Right.
So I just threw random. I think the other one was like a Pound of Love, like the blue was left over from when I was making that Superman koozie.
Oh yeah.
So I made one gray and blue and one gray and green. Right? Is that what I did? I don't know.
Well, we will have seen the picture.
I made them so long ago that I don't remember, but they were adorable.
Awesome.
So that's one of mine.
And your friend loved them.
Yes.
Okay, I have. Okay, well, speaking of baby hats, this is not an FO for me. This is not a sleigh for me. My mom slayed this, but it's super cute, and I want to show you. Okay, so she bought Mustache, the small skeins, like the half skeins, the ones that were in the sale section. And this is Martian Rainbow.
I love Martian Rainbow.
And so she bought it because she needed to make a gender neutral baby hat. So we came home from Fiberfest and
so cute.
So this base color is the Barocco Touche that and I don't know which color, but it's discontinued. So
is that the one that you always like to use for baby hats? Okay.
So she pulled this from my stash.
Perfect.
Is it not adorable? So
such a good use of the striping.
Exactly. And she didn't actually get all the colors in because it still goes to yellow and orange.
But that's okay.
Yeah. Oh, well, I guess she started with orange down here.
Oh, yeah.
So she got the orange down there.
Cute.
All I did, because it's still two perfectly matched skeins, even though it's a smaller hank. And so I just made sure that the join of the next color. Okay, we're back. So I wound the skeins and then matched wherever the first join was of the colors. And I mean, Stacy's good.
Yeah, she is. I mean, like, we're talking like within a stitch.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was like a centimeter. If like I had to trim one of these by a centimeter. And so then she held it doubled because the Barocco is a DK. Could be a worsted, Could be I think it's worsted. So she held the 2 fingerings double, and the gauge looks fine.
Cute. What a good idea for self-striping.
Yes.
Good job, Phyllis.
Yes. I
Cute,
just
cute,
thought
cute.
it was brilliant. And then I made the little tassel for her. So, yeah, the only color that's missing is the yellow and maybe some of the brighter orange. But it's just adorable,
Super cute.
and I think it's a great way to use the smaller amounts of self-striping.
Cute.
So that is her sleigh.
Good job, Phyllis.
Yes.
Good job, Phil.
Good job, Mom. And fortunately, she doesn't have to give it until the summer, so I could keep it.
You could keep it.
She planned ahead.
Good job. I know, I'm impressed.
Okay, what else do you have?
Do you have, how many? I have 2 more.
I have 1 more sleigh.
Okay, I'll go.
Yeah. No, I have 1.5. I have a hoe.
You a hoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's accurate.
I know.
I have, okay, so I think I was like right here on 1 sock last time. Bam.
Wow.
Mama needed some stockinette in her life.
Right.
This is Nomadic Yarns, Urban Garden.
That's gorgeous.
They are perfect. The body of this, like the actual body is perfectly matched, except there's a tiny bit of pink on one toe, and the heels are perfectly matched, except for some reason I got a tiny bit of green on that heel. I don't know what happened, but
that's interesting.
it doesn't bother. Honestly, when you wear them,
Right.
It doesn't bother me at all. I like for them to match when they're like this.
Right.
But they're never like this after the podcast, so it doesn't matter. And honestly, it really doesn't even bother me.
Right.
But I was just kind of like, well, that's weird.
I know, that is interesting. But it's interesting that it's one on each. It's
yeah.
the same sock.
Yeah.
So you
same
must
sock.
have done something
I don't
different.
know.
Yeah.
But
Those are so pretty.
And there's no pattern. I just cast on 64 stitches and went.
Did you do afterthought?
Yeah, I made a 2. I went cuff down. I don't even know how much ribbing I did. Like, I mean, I matched it on the second sock, but like,
Right.
It's gone out of my head now. Did a tube, decreased down to 8. Kitchenered, did afterthought heels.
Beautiful.
I mean, if you don't want to look at a pattern, if I don't feel like picking out a pattern, that's what I do. So,
Well, since we're talking socks, thank you. So I worked on my dad's sock, and I finished one.
Yay! That looks so cozy.
And it is. It doesn't look so big.
Yeah, but like warm.
So it's a size 9, and remember he wanted men's size 9, and he wanted slipper socks. He wanted socks to keep his ankles warm.
Look like those will work.
Yes.
That looks great.
Thank you.
Is it worsted?
It's worsted. It's Cascade 220, and I love the pattern.
What pattern is it?
It is the Following Seas pattern, and it's a free pattern on Ravelry. Obviously Ravelry. Is there any other place you go for patterns? I know.
Some people go other places, but I don't know why.
So it's twisted rib, and then you have the 2 cables are actually like and she wrote the pattern for Magic Loop, which is awesome because I do
like
Loop.
that, yeah.
So this is where your needle ends. And you actually have a pearl at the beginning and end of each one.
I don't like beginning with a pearl.
But you know what? It worked out fine.
Okay.
Because I didn't go into stockinette.
Gotcha.
I
see what you're saying.
I went pearl and then cable.
That's true.
And so,
but I love how even if you do have a line,
it wouldn't show.
Yeah,
right?
that's great. And I love how it's split.
That's
cool.
And that cable goes
what a great
down the
pattern.
heel. It's a great pattern, and it was actually memorizable. Like I could, because these it's a pearl bump that moves on each round.
That's fun.
It's a great pattern, and considering
I wouldn't want to do that in sock weight, but in worsted, totally.
Right.
Yeah.
It really didn't seem to take forever.
Do you have the second one started?
No. I need to do that.
At least cast it on.
I know,
learn
right?
from someone who makes socks a lot.
So
the longer you wait, and you're gonna be like me, and I haven't done that stitch surfer. It's been a year now.
Right.
So.
But that's for you, so you don't have a deadline.
Well, that's true.
And
that's true. Having a deadline does.
Yeah. And as much as he won't wear these in the summer, I would like to give them to him for Father's Day. Because I don't know what I'm going to give him for Father's Day if I don't.
Yeah, I would.
So I have till June.
I would give it to him. Yeah,
I can do it. But
what's
I want to show you.
I don't have second sock syndrome when they're straight stockinette. It's only when there's patterning.
I can totally see that.
That I would be like, oh, it was super fun, but I don't want to do it again.
Right. I can totally
but
see
stockinette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked how I could memorize it, and it did take me till about here to kind of memorize it. And I used the technique that Michelle Wong taught us about how to tell when it's time to cable again. You know, she said you slip your needle in and then you
count your rows in cabling. Yeah, cool. Yeah.
So I used that. So I didn't crisscross
that looks great.
any cables, and this is what I could cable without a needle because it's big and cool. But I want to show you. So it was a partial skein because I had I don't know. I pull this color. I had 3 skeins of it, and so I just always pull this color when I need blue.
Gotcha.
And so it was a partial skein. I figured I'll start with
it. And it's such a great color. I love that it's just so random.
And it's heathery too. So this is how much I had left.
Wow.
I didn't have to go into another skein for this. So
that's cool. But it was a partial skein?
It was a partial skein, yes. I was amazed.
That's pretty cool.
And so I was knitting on it in Ecuador and was on the foot here, and it says stop 2 inches before you want the toe. I didn't know. So I had to stop, and then I saw my dad before we came here, so I had him try them on and was like, okay, I need another inch. And so, yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. And I will get that cast on.
Yeah, just at least cast it on.
I know, next.
And then it'll make you work on it.
Right. But, okay, so I used my Knit Picks nickel plated interchangeable, and I really want to use my ChowGoo. And because I used these because I hadn't gotten my ChowGoo when I started, and I didn't want to take my ChowGoo if I have my needles confiscated. I shouldn't do that?
I would probably do it.
Yeah, just switch to my ChowGoo, it'll be fine. Okay.
I think you're fine.
Okay, good. Because I really don't want to knit on those anymore. I want my ChowGoo.
I'm not some people are probably screaming at the screen, but I'm a rebel.
That's true.
I feel like it's probably fine.
I think it'll be fine too.
Okay,
what do you have?
I have my lucky number 7 cowl because I couldn't knit it anymore, so I finished it. So I intended to make it, technically this is following the pattern because you can make it a single or long enough to double, make it an infinity scarf or whatever. And I intended to make it the long version, and then I literally couldn't anymore. So I made it the short version. And I was also kind of and I had barely worked on it. I kept avoiding it. And then Sweet Tea No Shade was having their cowl.
I love it that they did that because I'm the same way.
Oh, totally. I was like, duh, that's the perfect name.
Right.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh, if I get that, I could finish it for the short version. Then I'd be done because I'm over it, and I could enter it into the cowl. Mm-hmm. So that's what I did. And so it's fun. I think
I like it.
Sorry. Something.
And I like those that stand up here.
Well, yeah, because under your coat, I think it's going to be great. I'll see if I can not mess up everything about my hair and makeup. But I kind of like it. Great. Right?
Yeah. That's great.
So under, and then you don't have all that bulk under your coat. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I still love the yarn.
The colors are so nice.
I did rip my earring out. Oh. They are not the most reliable.
Do you lose your back?
Yeah, somewhere. It's fine.
It might still be attached. Sometimes mine are still attached.
I knew that was gonna happen. They're very kind of loosey goosey. Oh, it is still attached.
Yeah.
Anyway, it just was boring. And I can only have so many long-term projects, and then they start weighing on me, and so I needed to just be done.
Too many whips.
Yeah. And so
they were cracking on you.
It's super, yeah. It's really pretty, and I love everything about it. I just couldn't do it anymore. And now I have tons of this yarn to make something else. I think it would make a really pretty hat. And I like how one is sparkly and one is not. It makes for an interesting piece. I just couldn't do it anymore. So that's
And it works like that. So why keep going?
Yeah, it works. And and I don't have a lot of little short single layer cowls like that, that are not doubled. So I justified it that way. And that was lucky number 7. So, and that's all of my sleighs. That's not,
Okay.
You had one more?
I have one more.
Maybe I will put my
have
earrings.
My, what are we, April? We're in April? So my
Yes.
March interpretation, FO, or cast on, is...
Oh yeah, did you have this last time?
Did I?
Had you cast?
I think I hadn't finished it.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. You had started
Yes.
it.
Oh, yeah.
It looks
I had started
awesome.
it. And then I finished it very soon after.
Did you?
Yeah. So...
Oh, it feels great.
Doesn't it feel
yeah.
good? So that's the cabled section, and then the rest is this texture. And I think it's too small.
Oh man,
I
really?
know. It might be fine. I'll try it on. You tell me.
And you blocked it?
No, I haven't blocked it.
Oh, well, that would help.
You think?
Oh yeah, blocking loosens up. I like it. And
But I don't know if it's good for me.
well, you always want to pull them too forward.
I know.
You need to do it like this because you have this.
But then they won't stay on my head. My hair is gonna be lovely after this.
Right. But I love your little bangy bangs.
Okay, let me
and
see.
So do it all hipstery.
Can I do this?
You can do it.
Oh, I'm so hipster. Okay.
Oh, I think it's so cute. Like if I had little wispy bangs like that, I would wear all the hats that do that.
But does it slouch or is it?
Yeah, it's slouchy.
Okay.
That's cute. I know what you mean though about you feel like it's gonna fall off.
Yeah, I feel like I need bobby pins.
That's
so hipster.
Hat pin, like an old timey. I think if you blocked it, it would. You know how it just relaxes it.
Right. Yeah.
Not that you need to stretch it. Just wetting it will.
Right.
Just relax it.
Yeah, I think you're right, and I meant
It's
to.
cute.
And then I realized this morning that I hadn't yet. Because it's
Oh,
not cold enough for a hat
I
here.
know. So you're just like, whatever. I'll finish you later.
Yeah. But yeah, you try it on. You get it all cute on your
I have a
head.
big head, so it'll help stretch it out.
Well, since I feel like everything's too short this way, it's not deep enough. And so I purposely made sure to, I called for 7.5 inches. I went to a full 7.5, possibly 8 inches.
I love this color.
I know, I do too. And it feels good.
Yeah, it does.
The yarn, it's the Independence Fiber Mill.
Yep.
Their Texas tweed.
It's so squishy.
It is so, and I still have,
Talk about hair.
I still have half a ball.
Do you really?
It only used half.
Sweet.
I know. So that's going back in my
And that was
stash.
blue eyes crying in the
Yep.
rain, which is great.
Independence wool, Texas made.
Super cute.
Yep.
That makes up for your fail because
It
that's
does.
a total win.
It's a total win.
Yeah.
Total win. So that means I have January, February, March finished.
Nice.
I know. Only because of good planning that I had a hat in there.
Yeah.
Because if it
Yeah.
hadn't been for that.
Yeah.
And now I can't even remember what was my January.
I know. I literally was like, what was January?
I have color spell. I have this.
Because you started that sweater.
Right.
And then
I took that out.
You did something else.
What did I do?
I don't know.
I know.
We need to take some like ginkgo biloba or something.
Right.
Okay, so we are on to whips.
Yes, we are on whips.
Okay. Do you want to go first?
Well, I just went. You go.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to mention that I have been working a ton on my scrap blanket. I think I'm up to like 105 squares. So I am definitely on track to do my goal of like 2 a week or whatever. And by the end of the year, I'll probably have more because I'm really, unless I just burn out on it, which is possible. But I've been working on it a ton, and I didn't bring it. Maybe I'll pop in a picture. I have a cute picture of Nolan laying next to it for scale.
Oh yeah.
And I've actually done like probably 6 or 7 squares since that picture, but it's pretty cute. He's so cute.
Yeah.
And so I didn't bring it because that's boring. And then I've been working on the panda socks, but I'm almost done with the second sock tube, so I'm not going to show you until it's actually exciting.
So there's a face on it. Are you doing the
something?
face?
Well, I have to.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
didn't knit these plain white socks just have No face. I haven't done the face yet, though. We'll see if I get them done before she's 12. She's about to turn 10. So I only have one true whip to show.
Okay.
And
I love this bag. Have you shown this bag?
I haven't. I'll talk about it in a minute.
Okay.
So this is my sweater that I bought all of that shibui for.
Oh, yeah. The linen.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that pretty? Yeah. With those flecks. I want to say, what color is this? Abyss or something like that.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
And so this is the tail feather sweater. But I'm doing the hack that Shibui had done for their sample because I wanted it to be exactly like their sample. And so you can look at the pattern. Here's the picture.
Right.
Mine's not going to look anything like that. So I'm using like a much bigger needle. I'm knitting a smaller size than I would normally need. And then I'm going to block the crap out of it to so it's going to be real drapey and airy. Instead of like the picture, it has it very like fabric. Uh-huh. Mine's going to be like mesh. And so I've gotten a little, I feel like this is not much because I feel like I've worked on it a ton and this is all I have, but that's just sweaters for you.
Well, and it's also the nature of a small yarn.
And it's black. Right. So we'll see.
And that's not even blocked and it looks meshy.
Yeah. And so I'm going to block the heck out of it.
I can see your face through it.
I know, right? It's like a veil. It's just going to be a cardigan, like an open front, not for warmth, just for kind of like this, just to cover your arms or whatever. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be awesome. And it's something that will fit me even when I'm finally done losing weight. So it's got a texture that you can't see very well. That texture from the picture is there. You just can't.
But it's black yarn.
It's black yarn and it's so open. But it looks awesome on the finished one that Shibui had in there.
How's it feel knitting with it?
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to knit on it like for hours and hours and hours at a time. But I've been, I'll do like a repeat and then do something else. Mm-hmm. Like it's not tearing up my hands like yours, like yours
the other did.
Yeah. It's definitely linen.
Yeah, but it still feels so much better.
Yeah, it's not, I don't feel like my hands are getting skinned like you were describing. So you're like, can I knit these wearing gloves? Like it's not like that at all. It's just kind of like knitting with cotton, it just doesn't have any give. And so that gets a little old, but it's not awful to knit with. And
it's fine on your metal needles? Not too slippery?
Yeah. I basically always knit with metal. I just deal with the slipperiness. I can't handle.
I think I had to switch to wood with that linen that I used.
Well, but that was just a totally different animal.
It was.
Okay. I'll go ahead and talk about my bag, even though technically it's a trophy. This is from Tanny Casey. I actually got a tote bag from her as well. It's the label, but this is her little. Let's be real. It's basically a French supply field bag. For half the price. And it's waxed canvas, and I think the whole thing's waxed canvas, but this is, like a real heavy duty one. It's all waxed canvas, but I love buffalo plaid, so I had to get that. And
it's super cute.
It's only got one pocket in it though, with the yarn guides. A field bag would have another pocket over here. And a field bag also has a leather wristlet strap, and this doesn't have that. But
have you used the wristlet strap on your field bag?
Sometimes. It's not really necessary. I'm a tucker. I usually carry it like this.
Right.
Because I usually have coffee and a cell phone in my hands.
Right.
So I don't really anything that has a wristlet strap hardly gets used for me. But I also carry it by these a lot too. Like if I'm just I grab them or I put so I don't really miss the wristlet strap on this. Not yet anyway. I just don't really use it on the other one, so not a deal breaker for me because this is so cute.
Yeah, it's adorable.
And her stuff is super well made. I'll show the tote bag really quick. So it's all waxed canvas as well.
With leather handles.
Yeah. And there's a couple of pockets. I'm not going to show you because it's full of all my garbage. But yeah, I really like everything in her shop, and I will definitely be buying from her again.
And you heard about it from...
I heard about her from Just Went In.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Liz.
Her bag's way too big though.
Oh.
Liz. That bag is ridiculous.
But it's like my bag that I bought at Fiberfest. Like, it's what all my project bags are going
Well,
in.
yeah, I carry less stuff, and so that one was, it's gorgeous, but I was like, whoo, your shoulder's gonna be out of joint, girlfriend. Like, I like a big bag, but like that one is as big as I need.
Right. For a daily basis.
Well, because I know myself, and I would put so much in it that it would need wheels, and so I just can't. I can't do like the big, huge bag.
Right.
So I feel like that one's big enough.
Yeah. Okay, I have 2 whips that I cast on the plane to Ecuador, or in Ecuador. I didn't cast them on before. And my mom and I both, like, my mom cast, we worked on the exact same project while we were there. Yeah, so it was fun. It was good because that way I could help her with it.
I was about to say, I bet she liked it because she has questions.
Yes. So that way I could help her with it without having to read her pattern. Yes. So
fun.
I started my hitchhiker in...
How fun is that?
Nothing says screw you like a rainbow.
So fun.
I love it. So, so this is technically the right side, but I think it looks better on the wrong side. Like, because you just don't know where the stripes will change.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, it's garter stitch, so sometimes you have some of the
bumps.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's great.
Yeah.
And I
love it.
Love knitting on it. Like, getting to those.
Well, that's why we like knitting striped socks.
Right.
Those of us who knit socks, we love getting to the next color.
Right. And look how this tip is.
So fun.
I know. I did cut off some blue.
Just
it started
so
with
that
blue.
it could be a rainbow tip.
Yeah. So it could be
I would have
all
done
rainbow there.
Yeah.
So it could start with the red.
I would have done the same thing.
And and the stripes are getting skinnier, but I think it'll still stay based on the pattern, or the one
picture
that I saw. I think it'll still stay as a solid rainbow stripe across. I did take your advice. I went up in needle size.
Yeah.
Calls for a 2.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And so I went up to a 4, which I think can be tight for me.
She has to be the loosest knitter ever to get that from a 2. My hitchhiker turned out like this big. I was like, and I had just started knitting too, so I was like, I don't get it.
And so it was super fun to take with me. I chose it because I wanted to do the rainbow colorway while I was in Ecuador, because, you know, rainbows and sunshine and happiness.
Super fun.
Yes. So that.
What is your mom knitting it out of? Like, is hers rainbow too?
No, hers is, I think it's a Dream in Color Smooshie, and it's the complete opposite. It's like a tannish gray.
The opposite of rainbow. Got
it.
Yes.
And then it has like speckles of pink and rust. And
so it's a variegated or like a tonal, or? It's
more like a tonal with light speckling.
How fun.
Yeah. So hers is completely different, and it's a different ply. Like hers is fuzzier. So, but it's been fun. Okay. So then the next one is my April cast on, which I talked about last time.
You're going to be done before April. Oh, wait, April. No.
Well, no, today is
April.
the 30th.
May. I was thinking May.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is my April cast on.
But that's really awesome.
Oh, and I'm mid-row.
Of course you are.
I know.
Whoa.
So.
You worked on this a ton.
I worked on it a ton. It's Fine Tune by Hohi Locatelli. And
I love that.
You choose 4 contrast colors. And I feel like we've talked about, like, this is the saga.
We've like workshopped it on the podcast.
We have workshopped it. Okay, so color 1 is a like creamy color, then a light gray. Then I put in the Spun Right Round Shock Star that I had left over from my starting point. And then a dark gray.
I thought I recognized it.
And I got to here because it was my mom's idea to put in the pink color, like, or a a non-gray and
Gotcha.
white color because I was going to do all gray and white. And I got to hear.
Which totally would have worked.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to try it.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't sure. Like, seeing it like this, I was like, oh, I don't know. Does it distract? Like, what's wrong with having it just be white and gray with pink?
Yeah.
Like, that's sweet.
Yeah.
It could be
and
that.
Classy. And...
Right. And kind of ballet. And because
Yeah.
this pink is such a ballet color. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll just do one and I'll see what it looks like. And I still wasn't convinced. But I kept going because I'm like, I can just do the one. It can be at the back of the neck if I decide
I don't
not
like
to do it. Right.
But
I'm
then
not
you
taking
surrounded
out.
it with more pink.
So then I surrounded it with more pink and got to the dark.
Yeah.
That's what I had. And I was like, oh, it's good with that dark in there.
It ties them together because it has dark and light, and it's cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
So then I kept going.
But I see what you mean about without the other one.
Yeah.
It's almost like
it's too
jarring.
Yes.
Yeah. But it works. It totally works.
But then once I got the dark color in there, I liked it, and then I did more, and I was like, okay, it gives it some interest. So instead of it just being
like
gray and pink, which is fine. I was happy with that.
Right.
But so let me show you how much I have. So I've done 3 repeats. Well, when I get to this color right here, which is next, I'm close.
Yeah.
It's a full 3 repeats, and I have to do 4 repeats.
Wow.
So I only have one more repeat of the shock
Ooh.
star.
And that's all your yarn of that?
That's all I have.
Wow.
But it should be
You'll
fine.
be fine. But you're not going to have, that's going to be the end of it.
Yes, I will be playing yarn chicken. It's 6 rows.
You're probably fine.
I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, I think you're fine.
Because
they're not wide.
No,
rows.
no, not at all. And I will say, this is my, from now on, I got some wrap and turn. I know how to wrap and turn now.
Because you had to do it.
Because I've done it so much. And I like it. It's pretty easy. And I think it'll look really good. I will say I'm ready to be finished.
Well, that's any.
Because I've been monogamous too.
Yeah, any long cowl like that.
I'm eager to cast something new on, not the socks.
That's why I'm saying cast it on, because the longer you wait, the harder it gets.
Right. So I'm not eager to cast the socks on. I'm eager to cast something new on.
Right.
Which
that's
will be
not
May.
new because you've already. Yeah.
Right. And I have my May interpretations I need to cast on. And I can't, so I've been thinking about it. I really liked how we did our Treat Yourself knit along last year for Mother's Day. So I kind of was thinking, maybe I want to cast something on Mother's Day.
I do a Mother's Day cast on.
Okay.
I got that idea from the Prairie Girls.
Oh.
Do y'all know that my new best friend is Susie from Prairie Girls?
They are.
We're Marco Polo buddies.
Oh.
And we've gone past the point of oh, I'm sorry, I look like crap. Now we just are we just look like crap. And we don't even apologize for it. And it's wonderful. She's seen me in my glasses, in my bed. We're besties.
I love it.
I've seen her kid in his underwear in the background.
Aww.
We're besties.
And Nolan is dancing around in your background.
Yeah, he's a never nude though, so we don't have the underwear.
That's true.
He's just more talking about how he tooted into a walkie-talkie and yeah.
No way.
That's his new favorite story, is how he farted into the walkie-talkie into his sister's ear, who was holding the other walkie-talkie. It was seriously hilarious. I kind of almost peed my pants, but at the same time I was like, who just has an audible toot ready to go at all times? That's my son.
Oh,
yeah, so he got on.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Wait until I tell Zane and Cade. They're
gonna be
want to try it.
Yeah. So anyway, he did tell Prairie Girl Susie about tooting into the walkie-talkie.
Right. Oh, I love it.
So we're besties now.
Right.
And they're the ones who they always did a Mother's Day cast on. Oh, and they take a picture with their kids and the yarn. And it goes on their Ravelry page. And then they cast it on and it becomes a project. Isn't that fun?
That I love it.
Yeah.
And last year was the
And
first
it's
year
kind
I
of
did.
like you every year you have a picture with your kids and they're getting
Right.
bigger and it's like this yarn and
Right. But did they always do one for themselves?
Oh,
Like how ours was do it for yourself?
I think so. I'm not sure that was a rule. I think it was like whatever you wanted. But I say it should be something for yourself.
Right. I know.
But most of my stuff is for myself, so
Yeah.
it's not really a problem for me.
I know, me too. But I also was thinking it'd be fun to cast on something for Camp Wool Slayers. And they're a week apart.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'll cast on Mother's Day or Wool Slayers.
I will probably cast on Mother's Day and work on it at Camp Wool Slayers.
Yeah. And I'm dying. I really want to make the shawl with the Canon hand dyed little teeny tiny skeins.
Oh, yes.
But I have a lot of shawls coming up for interpretation. So I'm like, maybe I should do
I have a lot of shawls I want to make too, and then I'm like, but
right.
I don't know. Yeah.
And if it gets to be a burden with the interpretations, I can let it go. It's my own self-imposed goal.
Well, you can still cast them on. Nobody says you have to finish them every month.
Oh no, and I did, but you know how I am. I don't like to have too many whips.
I know, but like
if I have them all stacked up.
I know.
So it might be a hat next.
Yeah, you got to sprinkle in those small projects.
Right.
So that was all the whips?
Yes, that is all the whips.
Okay, so we're on to trophies.
Yes.
I only have a couple.
Okay, I only have a couple too.
Oh, okay. We'll go back and forth. Okay. So I went to local yarn shop day. Oh, sorry. Local yarn shop day. So obviously I went to West 7th Wool.
Right. And I was out of town, or else I would have been at a local.
I really wanted to go to McKinney Knittery, but I didn't have time to. It's so much farther, and I was like, that day was nuts. Okay.
Because what'd you do that day, Sallie?
I ran my first 5K. Well, I've walked them before, but I ran it. I ran the whole thing. I'd been training for it, and I ran. Then I had to get home and get cleaned up and go to West 7th Wool. Then I had date night. So, like, there was no time to go to McKinney. But I did go to West 7th Wool, and they were having a sale on some of their back issues.
I know. I saw that. I was like, oh.
So I got 4 pom-poms.
Oh, my gosh.
Love.
I can't wait to look through them.
Yes. Love.
I already know this is one of my favorites because I remember that sweater.
I love that.
Yeah.
I would so wear that sweater. I wouldn't look half as cute as her, but I would still wear it. So I got those. And do you want to show something?
Oh, okay. Well, no, you go. You do all yours.
All of mine.
I'll
Okay.
do all mine.
And then I also got some from our friend. I mean, I bought it at West 7th Wool, but it's our friend Jen Ronella. She is this soft kitty. She sells lip balm and hand cream, I think.
I don't think I knew that.
I've never had any. I knew that she did it. She's the same. She's also the Tiny Tyrant Designs. Same person. So I got some lip balm because do y'all do this? I have a car lip balm and a purse lip balm and a bathroom lip balm.
But what about your car one? It doesn't melt in the summer?
No.
Okay. Because I was
actually that's my favorite time to put it on is when it's all warm. I'm like, so I got that. Try to get the logo, Soft Kitty. And then so West 7th Wool. Okay, so I went because I really wanted this Yarn Carnival special colorway. That's like gray and turquoise.
It was gorgeous.
It was so pretty, and it sold out like while I was still running my 5K basically.
Really?
Yeah. But they also had an exclusive color of the wrist rulers. And shut up. I already have one, but I had to get a turquoise one. Shut your face.
It's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous color.
Right? And I had to get Amy, that owns the yarn shop. I had to get her to put it on for me because it was super stiff. But and I haven't worn it since, so I'm gonna put it on now because I need to be breaking it in. I think I can get it now. And my first one, actually, the hole wasn't punched.
Oh.
And she was like, "Oh, that's defective." Like, luckily, I tried tried to put it on in the store, and so I was like, something's not right. And then I had her put this one on for me because I could not get it on. So you got to break them in a little bit, but look at it.
It's gorgeous.
I don't even care. I'll wear it with my brown one.
Right.
No shame in my game.
You might need to measure something really long.
So that's the wrist ruler.
And they had that made for them, right?
I think they're the only ones that are going to get the turquoise. A lot of stores are having their own color. I saw some local yarn shop, someone else's local yarn shop. I don't even think it was in Texas. Sorry. Had like a red one, and I heard that Stephen B. In Minnesota is getting a gold one. Ooh. Yeah, I would wear the gold and turquoise together.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Totally.
But I can't buy a third one. Like, that's nuts.
Well, but if you just think of it as a bracelet.
Yeah, true. And then Twisted Owl was there doing like a trunk show for local yarn shop day.
Did you see Abby?
I did. Aww. She gave me a big old hug.
She's so cute.
I love them. He was there too.
Oh,
Byron. I always do that. They were both there. They're super awesome.
Yeah.
I had Amelia with me, my 9.5-year-old girly girl daughter. So we bought
the name
Unicorn Giggle. She was very sweetly like, please and thank you. I would like this one.
Right.
So we're going to make mother-daughter shorty socks.
Aww.
I think we can both get shorty socks out of this.
Cute.
It's kind of fun, right?
Yeah.
Unicorn Giggle.
And when you say we are going to make, you mean you're going to make?
I'm going to make for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, is Amelia making socks?
She could.
Yeah.
She won't, but she could. It's really cute.
Yeah.
And she was just like, I love it so much. I was like, fine.
I'm surprised she doesn't want to just sleep with it like a lovey.
I know, right? It is super soft.
Yeah.
They had another one that was basically the whole skein was like this pink on pink. Like hot pink with dark pink speckles. The name was PANK. PANK exclamation point. I was like, PANK! Because they're from East Texas and they have a pretty thick accent. Even I think they have an accent. It was PANK.
That is awesome.
I was like, I wish I needed that because that is great.
I know, right?
Yeah. So their colors are just so happy and fun.
Yeah.
So, so I got some Unicorn Giggles.
Super cute.
And I think that's all my trophies because I showed my bag already.
Okay.
Tanny Casey.
So we were in Ecuador, and in the Galapagos, no wool, no cotton, no linen. They're not knitting. Nothing.
Not even linen.
No.
Wow.
So not even a yarn store. I mean, nothing. So, but then the second part of the trip, we were in the Andes Mountains.
Oh, score.
Yeah, cold up there. And I was really hoping to get some alpaca because I'd done my research. They have alpaca. It's mostly from Peru because they're right next to Peru. But, that's fine. I'll take it.
Yeah.
So,
yarn.
No.
Nothing?
Mm-mm. Not where we were.
Aww.
I will say there was one. So we went to this little market, and it's all the indigenous people running the market, and they have their indigenous clothes on, and they were spinning. Like, they were spinning.
Cool.
One woman said it was alpaca, but I don't think it was alpaca because it wasn't soft. It was
not all alpaca. Not all alpaca is soft.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Good to know. So maybe it was
alpaca. I thought all alpaca was soft, and then our friend Erin made this alpaca scarf for her husband, and she was like, she was kind of like, oh, look, I'm done. Oh, and she said, I don't like it. And so I was like, alpaca's amazing. Give it to me. And I said, ooh, it's scratchy. And so not all alpaca is created equal, apparently.
Okay. Well, Allyn will have to educate us on that.
Oh, yeah.
At Nana's Packas.
I bet she knows.
Yeah. So, but what they had was sweaters, machine made. They were machine made, but 100% alpaca. And I'm very curious about a 100% alpaca growing or not growing.
So you bought one?
So I bought one. My mother bought one. Not
Ooh,
like this.
Fun.
So it's a cardigan.
With a zipper?
With a zipper.
Well, that zipper will help it not grow.
Hopefully. And it's 100% stranded. I mean, it's machine made.
Cool.
So I guess that's easier.
That's super cool.
I don't
And
normally talk
there's
prices.
no nylon?
Nope. 100% alpaca.
Wow.
I don't normally talk prices. Would you like to know how much this cost?
Yes.
$15, people!
That's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Look at that. Oh, I love the back.
Ridiculous. I mean, and it
Where's
goes
mine?
up into this. You're right, I should.
What the hell?
I know, right?
Oh, you couldn't text me because you were
No.
like in the middle of nowhere.
And
dang it!
We barely got everything in our suitcases.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
But I just
How
was
stinking
like,
fun. I love the
border
edge of the hood.
And I would never make this for myself.
Oh, no. I would never hand it that.
No.
No.
All this stranding. I mean, there are people who do this.
No, I know.
I'm not gonna commit that much.
I think that these seams and stuff are going to help it not grow.
Hopefully.
I mean, and just don't wash it.
Is it a raglan?
And it helps that it's...
No, it's set in.
It also helps that it's
stranded.
in a cardigan.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
it's not...
Yeah.
Like, stuff that you have to... Stuff that has negative ease that you're filling out, like with your stuff, it just grows, you know? And so maybe...
Right.
Oh, how stinking pretty is that?
And it was cold, which I wasn't prepared
Right.
for.
You're like,
And so it was nice to have
you were
a sweater to
literally
put on.
like, no, I need this.
Yeah, exactly.
That is way cool.
Exactly. So then the other thing that I bought that is
For the
sexy-
record, if you go again, I would like one. Just saying. When you go on the once in a lifetime trip next
Again,
time,
right?
think of me.
I know.
What the heck is
Okay,
this?
so this is 100% alpaca,
Neat.
and it's a poncho.
Is it felted?
I think it
It's
is
felt-
woven and then slightly felted.
Yeah, I think it's felted.
Yeah.
Oh, it feels great.
So it's a poncho. I mean, it's literally like
Right.
it's
like a
two
big.
strips because I think it's sewn together in the middle. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's sewn together
Yep.
in the middle. So it's two strips sewn together, and then they put a collar on it.
Huh.
And it is so heavy and
I was about to
thick.
say, I bet that thing is warm.
This will be a winter coat for
Basically, yeah. We don't. That's about as warm
Yeah.
as we need.
Now, I think this,
Or that would be like my couch.
I don't think this is machine. I think it's
Woven.
woven. I don't think it's machine woven.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were spinning and like drop spindle
Mhm.
spinning from a bag of fiber, and I think that they use that for this. Does alpaca felt?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. It's an animal fiber, so it.
No, but I thought the reason that it grows was because it doesn't have the scales that wool
I don't think it's the
has.
scales. I think it's that it's so soft and
Inelastic.
loose. Yeah. It doesn't have any memory, and it's usually loosely spun.
Huh.
Okay. I don't think it's the scales that keep it
Because
from growing.
I'm pretty sure they said this was alpaca, not wool.
I think it's alpaca.
Yeah, it's soft.
Yeah.
Okay.
How cool.
I mean, wool can be soft too. But.
Yeah, but
So then
it's lighter than wool. Like it's.
it does feel
If that
like
was, I feel like if that was wool, it would weigh a lot more.
you're right. It would. Okay. So then the other
Oh my
thing that I
God.
bought, right?
What is that? It looks like a hammock.
It is a hammock.
Oh, okay. I was like, that's like hammock.
But okay.
How fun is that?
So I bought 2 hammocks, and they're cotton. And this is like 4 times the width of this.
Yeah, it's huge.
But I love the colors.
Yeah,
colors.
that's fun.
And then this one, I love the colors even more.
Mm-hmm. Super fun.
I bought them for the fabric.
I was gonna say I kind of want to cut this up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not using them as a
Okay.
hammock.
Because I was like, man, this would make some amazing kitchen.
Oh.
Like I want kitchen towels that look like this.
Right. Right.
What are you gonna do with them? Do you know or?
Well, I was thinking project bags at
Oh,
first.
yeah.
Because they're a heavy canvas.
That would make a great project bag.
I think it would make a
Even
great
just single layer.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe
Cute.
not lined, but
How fun.
I know. But this one, so it has more colors to it. This was the second one I bought because I saw this one first. And I might not have bought the first one if
I love that pink.
Oh, wait, there's more.
Pink.
Pink. Okay, so the full color range is this blue stripe to this purple stripe to this gray and blue and then back to the purple. So the yellow, or no, I guess it's yellow and blue here. I love the full color range. And I can't even get it all in the picture. But I love the full color range and I love the handles. So I was thinking I might somehow find a way to make a tote and leave
like a
the
big,
handles.
yeah. Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I might
like
have to cut it here.
like a big shopper bag or something.
Yeah. And I'd have all the colors.
Pool bag. Fun.
So,
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's super fun.
Possibilities. It'll probably be 10 years before I do anything
I
with
was
it.
like, I wouldn't want to use those as a hammock. And then you said you're going to cut them up. I'm like, yes!
Yeah. And again, the prices were so ridiculously low that like...
That almost makes me feel bad, though. Like,
I know.
you could be charging way more.
I did not negotiate. We were
Right?
the people that we were with. They're like, you can totally negotiate.
You're
And
like,
I'm
but it's dirt cheap already.
I know. I feel bad. Like these people are poor enough.
Right?
They don't need me saying no. You
Very
don't have
cool,
enough.
though.
So
Very cool.
So yeah. So those were my fibery purchases. And
All right. So no
No.
yarn.
no yarn. There was
But it makes
one woman
sense,
that
though.
approached us on the street, and she had a big hank of single ply. It felt like Noro type, Noro Curion, 100% wool,
Gotcha.
single ply, kind of
Thick
kinky.
and thin. And...
Yeah, I mean it wasn't 100% consistent, but it wasn't like
Gotcha.
there weren't super thin parts. But and it was in a gray, and she's like, well, I have more in my house over there, and I'm like, you know what? It's not. I don't want to knit with this.
Yeah.
So I didn't get it.
Well.
But that was literally the only yarn. Now, if we had been, there was another place, another city that if we had been to that city, they had
Gotcha.
yarn there.
Well,
And
you weren't really there to yarn shop, so it's
True.
okay. You
True.
still did really good.
I know. I was like, we got to that market. I'm like, how much? Are
I'm
you
sorry.
sure?
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Is there a missing zero?
Exactly.
I'll take 17, please.
I know.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have freebies?
Yes, I do have freebies today.
Freebie.
Freebie. Because I haven't done them in a little while.
Yeah,
because
we
we've
keep skipping because
been so busy.
Yeah.
We've had so much.
Well, I think we're okay on time, so I say we do some freebies if you have some.
I have them. Okay, so let me pull them up. I put together a grouping. I was just looking at them this morning, like which ones am I going to do? And since I went on vacation, I was looking through them all, and I was like, oh, I should do ones that have beaches in the background of their pictures.
Oh, fun.
Right? So there was only one.
It was a good
I
idea.
wonder why there's not much knitwear at the beach. Okay, so the first one is Anemone by the Noble Thread.
How fun is that?
Yes, it's a shawl, and it has different textures. I love the different textures. I like the
You could
idea
use
of using
leftovers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So that is the first one, Anemone. So then,
That's
because
cool.
there weren't any other like beach
ones.
photos, I went with blue because the water.
Ocean. Okay.
Oh, and the colors of the water. Oh my
Yeah.
God, Sallie.
I can't wait to see pictures.
Okay, so the first one is the Nessa shawl. Why am I spelling? It's right there on the
It's right
screen.
there. Y'all can read.
And it's just a pretty lace.
Pretty.
And,
Very pretty.
Yeah. Next is the apple leaf cowl.
I've seen that one before, and I
Have
don't
you?
know why.
It is one of those that you knit in a tube, and then it folds over on itself. So see, it's
Cool.
like it shrinks in the middle, which allows the outsides to fold over.
Neat.
Yeah. I think it would be a nice little cowl. Okay. The next one is Rapunzel Touche, which It's available in English and German, but on the Ravelry page it's all German.
Oh.
But look at this.
Yeah, that's cute.
How do they do that? That must be some the edging with the braid look. There must be some
Does that mean there's no ends to weave in?
Oh, there's got to be ends.
But if it's like inside that.
Oh, yeah. I bet.
That's neat.
It's really
neat.
I
want to read the pattern just to figure out what they're.
Right.
What even is that?
And you could totally use leftovers. Like just make your own striping pattern.
Totally.
You know?
I like that.
Yeah, that would be lots of fun. Helgoland Myths is the next one. Again, I'm pretty sure this is in English. Yes, English and Danish. But look at that wavy pattern.
Those are cool.
I love, how? I feel like a magician when I make things like this. Like your stitch stripper
those are like
socks
knit flat, probably. Or like they're knit.
Or then Kitchener together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then the thumb is cute, so.
Super cute. I
like
can't believe
that.
these are all free.
I know. Okay, then the last one, it is blue.
It is ocean.
It's ocean. So it's a baby bib.
It's
the blue
really
whale
cute.
baby bib. And it's just, it's cute. It's crochet. I will say it's crochet.
Okay.
But it's just
really
adorable.
cute.
And it kind of has like a 1950s vibe to
Yeah,
it.
it's just very sweet.
Right.
And
So
yeah, kind of vintagey looking.
Yeah.
I like it.
At first in the picture I thought it was a milk bottle. I'm like,
yeah,
it
totally does.
clever
Yeah, it totally does.
Hang it on a milk bottle. So that is Weeby Freebies this week. Hope I didn't go through too fast, but
It's fine.
Yeah.
Do you have a wool gathering?
Yes.
Okay.
So this came up on the trip because we were with some teenagers, and one of the adults said to the teenager, "Don't be afraid of hard." And I was like, that's true. Don't be afraid of hard. Just because something looks hard or you think something's going to be hard, don't be afraid of it. Do it. And if it is hard, well, okay.
You'll just be that much more proud when you get it done.
Right. And
I can't believe we didn't plan this because your wool gathering goes so well with my wool gathering. Yes. Yes. That's a really good. Don't be afraid of hard.
Don't be afraid of hard. And my kids heard it said, and we have talked about it so much and used it on each other. Like, don't be afraid of hard.
I like it.
And it's so simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my wool gathering is that something that you think is impossible, a year later is not impossible. Because I ran 3.1 miles. A year ago, I wasn't even going out on walks for 3.1 miles. So I just thought, I'm just not a runner.
Mm-hmm.
It turns out I am.
Yeah.
And it's really weird. And I got my 75-pound charm, which if you follow me on Instagram, you already saw. And I'm actually down 80 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
And I never would have ever dreamed that I could do this. And I'm doing it. And just because, sometimes it's hard. Mm-hmm. And this was hard. But I'm super proud of myself because I did it, and I'm still doing it. Now when I go out and go for a run, this was a week ago, a week and 2 days ago. I've gone on 3 runs since then that were 3.1 miles.
No way. So you're running a 5K anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, Sallie.
And now I'm talking about doing other running, for longer distances.
Like a 10K?
I don't know.
Come on.
I don't know.
I'll do it with you.
I don't know. We'll see. But don't just say, well, I'm not a runner.
Right.
Or whatever insert whatever. I'm not a stranded knitter.
Right.
To bring it back to knitting. You might be. One of these days.
I'm not a sock knitter, and look at me.
There you go.
Knitting socks.
There you go. So just try it, and if it's something that you feel like you would be super proud of it when you got done,
mm-hmm.
it's worth it. Which goes really good with
Yeah.
Don't be afraid of hard. It's worth it.
Right. Right.
We didn't even plan that.
No, not at all.
So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yay. Oh, I love you.
I love you. I miss you so much. I was like, I can't tell Allyn anything.
I know, and I'm so sad I couldn't be there for the race. And
oh, well, I did have two of our friends surprise me. I had my husband and kids at the finish line. And then Libby and Aaron, totally without my knowledge, they had been in contact with my husband, and this is a funny. We're basically done with the knitting, so you can X out if you're not interested. Right. But this is kind of funny. And so they were actually, I had no idea, right? And I was halfway done. I was like at 1.5 miles. I started getting a stitch in my side, and I was like, oh God, why am I doing this? I was like, I'm such an idiot. Blah blah blah. And I see up ahead and there have been no signs, no people cheering, none of that. There's people just at the finish line. There's no people along the route cheering, which I wouldn't expect for a 5K. That's like a marathon thing. And so I see these people up ahead with a sign, and I'm like, well, what's that gonna say, And I get closer, and I have terrible vision, in case y'all don't know. I have highly powerful contacts in my eyes right now, and I still can barely see. And so I'm like, does that say knit? I was like, oh, I gotta go trash talk these people. What are the odds that someone is cheering for a knitter at my 5K? Oh my God. And so I was
it didn't even dawn on you that you were the knitter?
Never. I was like, that is hilarious. I'm going to go, and as I got closer, it said, I could see that it said, run as fast as you knit. And I was like, well, I got to go trash talk them and say, no way, because I knit really fast, and I'm not running that fast. And as I'm pulling out my earbud to yell at these people, I realized those are my people! And I was like, oh my gosh! And then I saw the other sign that said, run, Sallie, run. And I was like, this is for me. I was so just what is happening?
Oh, I love it.
It was hilarious. And apparently they had gotten a bunch of comments. This one guy said, I don't knit, I crochet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Aww.
And so they were they were the only people cheering along the race. So they got a lot of attention, which is, and I guess she had Mary Alice with her, and Mary Alice, her 5-year-old, and she was giving high fives to people. And it was so cool. But here's another funny. So I was wearing this gray tonal tank top with a hot pink tank top underneath. And they had said what color shirt is she wearing, so that they could be watching for me. Because I didn't know they were going to be there, and they didn't really even know, once I was gone from the starting line, all he could say was well, she's gone.
Right. Yeah. There's no chip tracker.
I had a chip, but there's no GPS on it.
Right.
And so they wanted to know what to be looking for. And he said she's wearing a pink shirt. He loves me so much.
He does.
He knew exactly what I was wearing. No, he doesn't.
Hey, he got some of it right.
He said I was wearing a gray shirt and a hot pink undershirt, okay? And he said she's wearing a light pink shirt. Men. I swear. They were
they don't see color.
So I guess after they saw me, I came up on them they were
right.
whoa, it's you! And so after they saw me, they texted him that is not a light pink shirt. What are you? And he was I don't even, sorry. But the point is, I have a very supportive husband and friends. I was I did not expect, I wouldn't go fight that traffic, and it was cold and windy. I would have not done that. So I felt very special. Yeah. And I never felt that stitch in my side ever again.
Oh.
I never even thought about it ever again.
Because you had some high endorphins.
Yeah, I totally, I was fine. I powered through the second half.
Right.
So.
Because you did faster than you have been training, right?
Yeah, and I haven't done that time since.
Yeah.
If anything, it's gotten slower. Yesterday it was really hot, and I almost died during my run.
Yeah.
So
it is a phenomenon that you run faster in race.
Race pace is a thing. Yeah. So anyway, I'm super proud of myself. So.
Way to go. So are we recording again before Camp Wool Slayers?
I don't know.
I think we will. Maybe in 2 weeks?
2 weeks would be the Monday before Camp Wool Slayers.
Right. It'll be the Monday after Mother's Day.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we'll plan on that.
Yeah.
And then
we'll have to do a little.
If it doesn't happen,
live.
it doesn't happen.
If it doesn't happen, we'll podcast a little bit from Camp Wool Slayers.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay.
It's good to have you back.
Thanks. It's good to be back.
It was good.
It was good to be gone, and it's good to be back.
It was good to talk to you and to our friends on the interwebs, and loving it.
Well, guys, we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Don't forget to slay.
Bye.
Bye.
What is going on?
Your computer hates us.
Yes, does not want me to record today.